everyone, Lane here from Maker's Lane. Today I'm going to be making these raised garden planter box. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to have to do is go to our local hardware store to pick up some material. The material we're going to use for this project, we got 12 of these deck boards. They're 8 foot long. Then we have these fence posts. They are 4x4 by 8, and we have 7 of them. Then we have 3 of these pieces of corrugated metal. They're 8 foot long and about 26 inches wide. So to secure everything together, I'm going to use these 6-inch lag screws. I'm going to countersink these in, and I'm going to countersink them in with a 3/4 inch hole. And then I'm going to use this 3/4 inch rod to go ahead and fill that hole in. And then the last thing, to secure the corrugated metal to the boards, I'm going to use these pinhead Phillips screws. Oh, and the last thing you'll need is some of these deck screws to secure these deck boards to the 4x4s. Alright, so now that we have all the material, the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get it cut together. I'm going to start by cutting up these deck boards, and I'm going to cut them into 24-foot sections. Basically, I'm going to turn these 12 boards into 48 2-foot boards. So those will line the sides. Obviously, the first thing you got to start out with is a frame, so we're going to take these 4x4s and turn them into these. So we got the height of 29 inches, so that's these guys. And then we have the width of 4 foot, which we cut these down to 41 inches to achieve that. I just left these 8-foot boards. I know it's going to be a little bit longer than 4 by 8 foot, so if you want to cut it back, you can cut these back by 7 inches to make it the 4 by 8 foot, but I just left them at 8 foot just because the metal here is 8 foot, and I don't want to cut 2 of those down, so I just left it 8 foot so it just fits right in there. So now that I have all those cut, what we're going to start out by doing is we need to make a channel for these boards to sit inside of, and then we also need a channel for that to sit inside of. Let's go over to the table saw and take care of these. Alright, here's how the channel is going to work. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut about 1.5 inch groove in the end of this, so that way this piece of metal can basically fit inside of this, kind of like this. If the groove is roughly about here for that channel for that corrugated metal to sit in, then I'm also going to take and cut this out here. So that'll be about 1.25 inches. So that will be what fits this down inside so it can sit down, and then I will screw this piece into the 4x4s.
from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night, try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Alright, so here they are. As you can see, I ended up building 3 of them for my buddy. He lives in an area that's kind of swampy, and so he needs these raised gardens for 2 purposes. One for drainage and the other because of the whole weeding thing. It's a lot easier to weed things in a raised bed. So one big thing about this guy, I don't know if I would redo it, but it was definitely kind of an issue. As you saw, I lifted this up into my truck by myself. This actually weighs roughly around 600 pounds. So this is a pretty heavy project. I would definitely recommend, you know, having 3 or 4 people help you move this guy. It's 8 foot by 4 foot. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's kind of still cold out. So I'm not actually gonna put any soil into it yet, or he's not gonna actually put any soil in it yet. But when he does, he told me he's going to mix a mixture of dirt and sand. And the sand is supposed to help getting air into the soil so that it doesn't turn into clay. I'm not a big vegetable planter guy, so this project was more for him, so I had to do a lot of research. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this project. If you have any questions, as normal, just hit me up in the comments. I'd be happy to answer anything. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of stuff, you know, make sure to stick around. But until next time, I'm Lane from Maker's Lane. You guys have a good one.